Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, January 4th, and we had a little bit of trouble on the roadway.
Still do. Let's get an update with Stephen Cavazos. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mark and Seth. Unfortunately, things have just not been good this morning. We have seen our fair share of problems out there, but 35 at Martin is the latest spot. Now, this is what I was on the phone talking to our friends at TransGuide about. A vehicle fire reported, and by that shot, it looked like it was some sort of big rig there. But traffic's moving along without major trouble, but still, first responders had to work quickly to get those flames out. So there was a lot of smoke in the area for a little while, but looks like the job is pretty much done there, but they are still working to clear it out. So just make sure that you watch for those first responders. Again, that was at 35 at Martin, but what we spoke to our friends at TransGuide about was the actual location, I-10 eastbound as you approach I-35 southbound, and that's where we're seeing that buildup there. You can see it there along the lanes of travel on I-10 east. Again, a little bit more of a buildup that disperses there at 35, which is good news, but still watch for those first responders. We did also have a major crash here along 281 southbound at Bitters Road that left traffic back to back, almost looking like a parking lot out there. That's cleared out, but we still see a little bit of a delay in the northbound lanes, and that's due to some construction as you approach 1604. That's why there's a little bit of a buildup in the northbound lanes. Wide look at the map does show just a few scattered stalls out there, so check your vehicles before you get out on the roadway and make sure to move over or slow down anytime you see those flashing lights out there. Now, this is a shot 35 at Martin. Remember, this is in the eastbound lanes of I-10 as you approach I-35 southbound. That's just the camera shot there at Martin. We are seeing things moving along just fine. I believe we have one more shot to show you right there. Let's see if we can get it here on our TransGuide clicker. Things there you can see are moving along just fine, and that's what we're trying to show you there. A different shot at I-10 at the Y. It does look like a few lanes are still blocked off at this time, and notice that we do have crews that are moving the cones around as well. So watch out for those crews. They are working to make the roads a safer place. But Justin, hopefully everyone packed those sunglasses with them.
Yeah, it's bright and sunny out there this morning. What a start. We started off in the 40s a little bit earlier. Now we've made it into the 50s, and it's going to be a fantastic afternoon. So let's look at the numbers right now. We're sitting at 59 degrees at the airport, 54 up there at Canyon Lake, 61 Bandera, 52 in Los Maples, 47 in Uvalde, still one of the cool spots. But we're all going to warm up today. Pollen count came in, though, and we had more groans across the newsroom this morning. The Mount Cedar, the very high category, 12,180, jumped up even more from where it was yesterday. Moulder low at 300. And as we look at the forecast for today, 75 this afternoon. That's what we're shooting for. Sunny skies, northwesterly winds anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour. Shouldn't be all that strong, but with the northwesterly wind, that probably keeps Mount Cedar elevated this week. Well, let's talk about some headlines as we look outside. Here's what we have to look forward to. Sunny and nice today. Humidity comes back on Friday, and that means we're going to get some fog probably at least a little bit Friday morning, but more so Saturday morning. And could it be sort of a damp Saturday? It's possible. We'll get some fog and drizzle early and then maybe a few showers late before it clears out on Sunday. We'll talk all about that weekend forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Justin.
Here's today's 9 at 9. Sentencing continues this morning for convicted former Bexar County Constable Michelle Barrientos Vela in the public corruption case. Yesterday, her defense team called witnesses to speak on her behalf. Barrientos Vela faces between 2 years probation and 10 years in prison. She's asked to be sentenced by the judge. Judge Velia Meza is expected to issue her sentence this afternoon.
A mass will be held later this morning at San Fernando Cathedral to remember the life of Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI. The public is invited to attend the service at 11 a.m. This comes a day before Benedict's funeral mass being held at the Vatican.
The House of Representatives will reconvene at noon today to try to elect a Speaker of the House. Representative Kevin McCarthy failed to secure the necessary Republican support to gain the speakership in 3 rounds of voting. Still, McCarthy says there's no scenario in which he'll drop his bid for Speaker. Without an elected Speaker, the House can't move on to other business.
The suspect accused of killing 4 University of Idaho college students waived his extradition to Idaho, where he faces 4 counts of murder along with felony burglary. Brian Koberger was arrested last week in his home state of Pennsylvania after investigators linked his DNA to the home where the students were killed.
The FDA is expected to make a regulatory change to allow for the sale of an abortion pill in retail pharmacies. Previously, it was only available through mail-order pharmacies or by specially certified doctors or clinics. Women will still need a prescription, but the number of pharmacies that can offer the drug will be more widely available.
The founder of failed cryptocurrency exchange FTX has pleaded not guilty to fraud charges. Sam Bankman-Fried making that plea in Manhattan federal court after he was arrested late last year in the Bahamas. The judge set a trial date in early October.
After Southwest Airlines canceled thousands of flights around Christmas, it's now facing a proposed class action lawsuit. It's being led by a man and his daughter who say Southwest only offered a credit and not a refund after their flight was canceled.
The price of oil pulling back, weaker demand from China, concerns about economies around the world, and a stronger U.S. dollar, all combining to push oil prices down about 4%. U.S. crude prices are down to their lowest levels in about a month.
Still no winner after last night's Mega Millions drawing. The jackpot is now up to $940 million. The next drawing is Friday. While no one won the big jackpot, there were nearly 3 million winning tickets of various amounts sold, including three $4 million tickets sold in Arizona, Mississippi, and South Dakota. And that's today's 9 at 9. In your morning headlines, Damar Hamlin still in critical condition, but a family member reveals just how his life was probably saved on the field.
Plus, students escape a tornado, and Southwest is still flying bags around the country. David Sears is here with all of these stories.
Well, we knew it'd take them a while to unwind this mess, David.
Wow. Can you imagine not having your bag and you had something important in your luggage?
And it's been a week or more for a lot of folks.
Can you say carry on?
Yeah.
We'll get to that in just a second, but first let's start with this. Damar Hamlin, still critical condition, sedated and on a ventilator, but we are getting more details on his recovery. His uncle Dorian Glenn telling CNN that doctors have turned him on his stomach to help with the blood in his lungs. Glenn says he is trending upward. We also found out he was resuscitated twice, once on the field and then again at the hospital. We can only imagine the emotions family members are going through as they watched Hamlin collapse and then get medical attention and then stay on the turf flat on his back as time passed. Uncle Glenn also describing to ABC what those moments were like for him and other family members. Damar's little 7-year-old brother watching it all unfold on live TV.
To see my younger nephew, break down in tears like that. At first, we just thought it was just a normal hit, and we thought he'd pop back up or maybe take a couple plays off and get back.
Tributes continue to pour in. Niagara Falls now bathed in blue for the Bills. Vigils continue with fans of the Bills and the Bengals outside the hospital, and others continue to pay tribute with contributions to his foundation, now over $6 million. All right, let's take it to Arkansas, 60 miles east of Little Rock. Watch the right side of your screen. Well, up there above the buses, that's a tornado up there. Fortunately, the buses were not affected. They stayed put. And you're also looking out the window of a Jesseville High School. And that's what it looks like up there. Okay, here's the other shot I wanted to see. Now watch the right side of your screen, because here comes this tornado. And watch this light pole right there. Watch that pole. Thing just snapped right in two. Bleachers were flying all over the place. A lot of stuff was moving around. Here's the good news. The kids were back from Christmas break. They were in school. They made it to their safe place. Nobody was hurt inside that school. Teachers and students all okay. There were a couple of residents that were injured from that tornado. It stayed on the ground for about 2 miles, got up to about 100 miles an hour. It is an EF1 tornado. So thankfully, no major injuries from that tornado. All right, for those waiting on student loan forgiveness decision, hold on. The Supreme Court is set to hear arguments in the near future, but a decision is probably not going to be made until at least June. There are about 26 million applicants looking for forgiveness of up to $20,000, but nothing's going to happen until that decision is made by the Supreme Court. However, there is still some relief. The Biden administration has extended that pandemic pause on loan payments, so folks who have those loans don't need to make payments until the issue has been resolved. However, if that hadn't happened by June 30th, the payments will start 60 days after that. And hopefully folks who flew or didn't manage to get on the Southwest flight over Christmas were not that attached to their luggage. As is the case, a lot of times bags go places where the people that are attached to them don't. Southwest telling those who are missing luggage it could take another couple of weeks to get your bag. According to an internal memo obtained by CNN, CEO Bob Jordan revealing that Southwest now has some employees who are volunteering to work with the usual workers that take care of the bags. They're trying to get a handle on this situation. Jordan says they are making progress. They've cut the number of lost bags in half since last week. The airline's working with FedEx and other airlines to get those bags home. And the airline's starting to try to mend some fences. They are offering 25,000 Rapid Reward miles to passengers who were inconvenienced. Those points worth about $300. They're also working on other reimbursements and refunds.
Some folks have already started to receive their reimbursements, I understand, but it's going to take a while to sort through everybody.
Yeah, this is going to take months. It's going to be a long slog.
But Southwest says they're going to make this right, and I believe them.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they will. They don't have any choice.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
they got to make it right, and they got to get you your bag.
Yeah, they
That's
do.
very
Figure that
important.
out,
And the miles, the 25K, that's per person that was traveling.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
be helpful.
$300. That's
So a guy we used to work with, Jeremy, his family got caught up in this meth. So they got 100. So that's 100,000 Rapid Rewards miles out of this. Yeah.
Well, that's good, but hopefully they weren't inconvenienced too much.
Yeah.
Some people really were.
Yes, they were.
We'll see.
Thank you, David.
All right.
Right now, we're at 9:08, 60 degrees, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
The high school all-star game is this weekend, as well as the All-American Bowl. And if you're heading out to the games, we have everything you need to know. Later in the show, we're going to speak with the president and CEO of San Antonio Sports to learn more about what to expect. Plus,
a local nonprofit is working on a project that is bringing healthy, sustainable foods to the community. How they're getting schools involved, next.
A local nonprofit is fighting food insecurity with aquaponics, a different kind of system that produces nutritious food.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live from Gardopia Gardens on the east side with a look at how this process works. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. This project is so cool. It was created over a year ago, and just check it out. It has been feeding the local community. We have Charles this morning to talk about this unique project. Good morning, Charles. Tell us about how you got involved in this project and what's it all about.
Good morning, Tiffany. So this program started about a year and a half ago. Actually, I was at Palo Alto doing a horticulture hypothetical project, and Gardopia, where I was working at the time, said, hey, let's make it happen for real. So we got the system from YMCA, refurbished it. We have koi and tilapia living in here right now. Now this water is gravity fed to these two tanks right here. We have our solid tank and our mineralization tank. Basically the same thing that happens in a compost heap is happening here, turning ammonia into nitrate, which can be uptake by the plants to grow. And these plants, as you can see, are lush and vibrant. No fertilizer has been put in this system. Solely fish waste is what these plants are growing on.
So this is providing food, but also education.
Yeah, that's really the big thing that we're looking to accomplish with these systems. We want to expose people to the technology because it's such a vital piece of the solution to food insecurity. So we want to get them in at as many schools as possible. Everybody come down to Gardopia and check this one out.
Tell us about this year. You all are expanding this project to different schools.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're going to be at Young Women's Leadership Primary down in the south side, and also at Highland Park Elementary. And another big expo we'll be doing is at the rodeo in February. So you can come down, see some livestock and some fish livestock and learn a bit.
And you can even try out some of the lettuce.
Yes, the lettuce is phenomenal. I'm not kidding. I've been told it's the best lettuce people have ever had. Butter crunch, y'all.
All right, thanks, Charles. We're going to talk to Charles a little bit more, and we're going to bring you more details on this amazing project. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
We're 4 days in. Did we just get the soundbite of the year just now?
Yeah. Looking forward to that lettuce.
That is the soundbite of the year.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tiff. All right. Happy New Year, guys. Outside with live cam. It was cooler this morning. We're up to 60 degrees, but it was downright cold in parts of the hill country, wasn't it, Jeff?
Yeah, there's some 30s and 40s on the map this morning. It was a little chilly, but a good start to the day. We got a lot of sun out there, as you just saw there in Tiffany's live shot. I want to start with lake levels. We haven't looked at these in a while, and coming up here in just a second, Garrett Berger's going to look at Medina Lake and see where it stands. But as we look at all the lakes, the area lakes, here's the current situation. Medina's at 6%. in dire need of some rain. Choke Canyon, 32%, Travis, 46%. Amistad did come up a little bit to end the year, but it's at 47%, still not great. Buchanan at 61%, and Canyon 80%. For Canyon, that's honestly pretty low. It was only 2011 where it was a little bit lower, and we're still very much in a drought as we head into 2023, and all these lakes are down. I wish I had better news. And when it comes to the precipitation outlook for the month, well, some places across the country will likely see some above average precipitation, but not here. Down in Texas, we're looking at below average. So all indications are that this drought will continue. I'll tell you, there is a chance for some rain as we head into the weekend. So there's that. I don't think we're going to get a ton of rain out of it, but at least there is an opportunity. As we go outside for you right now, we've got some thin high clouds. Otherwise, it is a gorgeous morning. 59 degrees at the airport. Dew point is at 33. South-southwesterly winds at 5. And temperatures today, I think by noontime we're closing in on 70 degrees here in San Antonio. It probably stays in the 60s in the hill country. By later today, close to 75 for a high, 74 in Elmendorf, 73 Seguin, 72 in San Marcos. So a pretty warm afternoon with some 60s still holding in places like Bernie and Kerrville. Just about as good as it gets. And then tonight with the clear skies, we'll fall down into the 40s. This is probably going to be our coldest morning as we head into tomorrow. Down to 43 in San Antonio, 46 Bernie, 41 Bandera. You'll see a lot of 40s in the map, maybe a few 30s tomorrow morning. It'll be a chilly start. What about the dew points? What about the humidity? Well, it's low, and that's why we're getting these cold mornings. But it does build, and by Friday afternoon, we'll have enough moisture in here where we'll start to see some clouds. There could even be some patchy fog, light patchy fog Friday morning. Then by Saturday, you notice the dew points are in the low 60s. That's when we start to see some actual rain chances with a frontal boundary before that moves through, and by Sunday we're in the dry air again. Nothing going on here this morning other than a few thin high clouds, but I want to take you off across the southeast. We've been talking about this for several days. Severe weather just keeps going. This line of storms just keeps marching east and producing tornadoes as it does. If you're watching David's segment earlier, you saw that tornado near Arkansas. This line likely produces more severe weather as it finally pushes east and off the coast by later today. Meantime, we turn our attention to the west coast now because we have a big storm system moving in, and this is going to be problematic for California, where they're getting a ton of heavy rain. San Francisco, and then a ton of heavy snow up and down the mountains here. It's going to be very heavy at times. Some of this energy heads in our direction, and this is that frontal boundary that may give us that chance for rain. So let me walk you through the forecast here. This is Friday, starting to get that return flow, starting to get clouds back in the picture, and then here comes our front. So by Saturday morning, we should see some fog and drizzle. If you have plans Saturday morning, know that it may be a little bit damp with the drizzle around. Then the front starts to come through, 40% chance, and I think that's mainly Saturday night, Sunday morning, overnight Saturday, really. That's our best opportunity. And then by midday, afternoon, Saturday, we're seeing the rain clear out and the skies clear. So here's how it looks in the 7-day forecast. 75 Thursday, 76 Friday, 73 Saturday with the morning fog and drizzle and the chance of rain late into Sunday. And then a little windy on Sunday, 68, a little cooler, and then really nice again next week. So that's kind of our one little window there, Saturday into Sunday. Hopefully we get some rain because things are dry.
Well, speaking of, Medina Lake isn't the only thing drying up right now. The reservoir is over 6% full. 6%, people.
People living there are also seeing issues with the wells there, too. Garrett Berringer spoke with one man who is trying to help his neighbors out and why it's important for him to do so.
This is not David Cahill's normal job, but it's one that needs doing. A home remodeler by trade, Cahill has found himself also delivering water to people whose wells are running dry, like those at his 3 properties did this spring. What he charges covers his costs, with a slim profit to help pay the debt on his own deeper well he had to have dug for a little over $28,000. But there's more to it than money.
I don't like people hurting, so I want to help them if I can. If I had all the money I needed, I'd be delivering water to people for free.
Cahill says that the 1,000 gallons can last his customers anywhere from about a week to about a month, depending on how much they use and the size of their family. Though he says most of his customers get deliveries about weekly.
He's not the only one who has seen issues.
The building owner of my business, sometimes they come up and get water from the restaurant for their property, and they actually have waterfront property.
This is happening as parts of the nearby reservoir look more like a sandbox.
When the lake goes down, wells start drying up. There's That's definite, and I know from my 3 wells.
But does the correlation mean causation? A U.S. Geological Survey official told us there isn't data to show if the surface water levels at Medina Lake affect the nearby groundwater levels. So right now, they simply can't say one way or the other. In either case, the delivered water is very much needed.
They must have flushed the toilet.
At Medina Lake, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
I've never seen it that low, ever.
I know.
And we've lived here a long time. 921, 60 degrees.
And if you're thinking of getting new windows or appliances, now might be a good time to do that. When we come back, how you could save some money by going green on certain products.
924, if home improvements are part of your New Year goal, you may be able to save some money with things like new windows or appliances.
12 on your sides, Marilyn Morris explains how the Inflation Reduction Act will pay people to go green.
When Paul Hope renovated his home, he tried to be eco-friendly, so he made the switch from a gas stove to an electric one.
I've always preferred cooking on a gas range, but I knew electric and induction ranges had gotten a lot better over the years and that they're way better for the environment.
Now homeowners who make certain energy-efficient upgrades may be able to get up to $14,000 in cash rebates and tax credits because of the Inflation Reduction Act. How much you'll be able to get depends on income, the state, and what improvements you make. If you want to switch stoves like Paul did, a rebate of up to $840 can help. Plus, you may get another $500 to help cover the cost of converting from natural gas or propane to electric. The biggest tax credits and rebates are for heat pumps, a high-efficiency system that heats and cools your home, as much as $8,000 off.
While the upfront cost for a heat pump may be higher, these incentives will definitely help. And over the long term, you might actually save money depending upon where you live and what fuel and electricity cost in your area.
And there will be other rebates like upgrading to more efficient exterior doors and windows. The tax credits are claimed on your income taxes, but the cash rebates, those are handled by the state, so check on their availability before you buy. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
926, 60 degrees. There's more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including our live Q&A with the president and CEO of San Antonio Sports about the All-Star Game at the Alamodome on Saturday. What you need to know if you're heading out there this weekend.
Well, the morning commute is over, but we're still seeing problems in several parts of town right now. There's one of them, 281 North. There's 10 at Probant. No problems there. We're going to talk to Steven coming up after this break.
We are approaching 9:30, and unfortunately, we are still catching issues like this along I-10. Just back-to-back traffic out there. This is because of the vehicle fire that we reported earlier along I-10 eastbound as traffic approaches 35 south, and it doesn't look like a good situation at this time. Some of those vehicles are barely moving, so this is again because of that vehicle fire that is already out. But we have that approached right here as I-10 eastbound as you approach I-35 southbound. Now, the good thing about that buildup, it's not really stretched much in the last few minutes or so, but we'll be keeping a close eye on it throughout the morning. I did tweet about this just a few minutes ago, so just stay alert with the KSAT mobile app and make sure you have those alerts turned on. Now, the wide look of the map doesn't show much else out there. We have a lot of green out there. I mentioned this earlier. We do have a little bit of a buildup there along 281 North as you approach 1604. That is due to some road work that is taking place. If you want to stay updated on all things that are happening on the roadway, make sure you scan this QR code that will take you to our KSAT traffic page. It has a full list of closures there, and also our tweets are embedded on that page, meaning any incident that pops up, those tweets will appear on the right side of your screen. So very handy to have. Make sure you plan your commute ahead of time. Mark, Seth?
Stephen, thank you. He's considered a legend among cavers. Orion Knox Jr. passed away over the weekend at the age of 81.
He discovered and explored caves around the world, but as Jesse DeGoyado reports, he first gained fame for the cave he helped find here in our area that became Natural Bridge Caverns.
Stay with the group behind me, and folks, we'll be continuing onward. If y'all will follow me, please.
Every 10 minutes, there's another tour coming to see the underground wonders of Natural Bridge Caverns. They were undiscovered for millions of years until Orion Knox Jr. was the first of 4 St. Mary students in 1960 to squeeze through a narrow opening to enter the cave.
It has to be scary when you're going in a place you don't know what's going to happen.
But that's exactly why it said he did it.
He just had that passion for exploration
exploration and discovery.
Brad Weiss' family owned the ranch where Knox helped them develop Natural Bridge Caverns, now the largest show cave in Texas.
Installing the pathways and handrails and lighting.
While also continuing to explore and map a cave so large, where it ends, they say, is still unknown. Having learned of his passing, a visitor from Nepal paid tribute to Knox.
I feel like his existence itself was like a miracle because, he discovered this.
He was truly a remarkable man.
Knox's legacy, says Weiss,
never stop exploring in life, never stop making new discoveries.
They say it's only fitting that Orion Knox Jr. chose Natural Bridge Caverns as his final resting place.
He considered this one of his life's greatest accomplishments.
Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
Well, in other news, we're following the sentencing of Michelle Barrientos Vela. Right now, we understand both sides have rested, so the judge is giving them a brief recess before closing arguments in the sentencing of the former Bexar County constable. We are live streaming this case, so you can follow it live when they reconvene on KSAT.com, as well as our YouTube channel or any way you stream us.
An important role in these trials are that of the court reporter. They are the eyes and ears of the courtroom, and yesterday dozens of new Bexar County court reporters took the oath of office.
But as Myra Arthur explains, the courthouse still needs a lot of people for the job.
Or affirm. Bexar County court reporters are ready to start a new year. The job itself is one that Stephanie Barajas Guthrie says changed her life.
I was a stay-at-home mother of 7 kids for 7 years, and I needed to do something for myself and my family. So I decided to proceed down this path so that I could provide for all of us.
A court reporter captures all court proceedings, recording it in an official court transcript. That transcript is critically important, especially if defendants later file an appeal.
If you have an interest in the legal system, in law, in true crime, this is the profession for you because you're right there in the middle of everything. You get to see the whole process and know how everything works.
In Bexar County, there are currently more than 40 court reporters, but more are needed. That need is based on the number of court cases, and right now, there's a big backlog.
There is a need. It's 100% placement. If you go to school and you become a court reporter, you will have a job.
Bexar County court reporter Mary Skopas says the job pays well and there's flexibility. The average pay for a court reporter in Texas is around $50,000 a year.
It is a specialized field. It just changed my life.
Myra Arthur, KSAT 12 News.
Now, if you're wondering about the typing requirements, there's training provided for the job, which helps the court reporters type roughly 200 words a minute.
There's also a certification process, and we have a link to that information on our website at ksat.com.
Back outside with live cam, warming up slowly, 61 degrees at last check. Beautiful skies over San Antonio International Airport.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning. We're going to see a really nice afternoon and actually a pretty nice stretch to finish out the work week. Things do change a little bit as we get into the weekend, but if we get some rain out of it, that'll be good. We'll show you that forecast here in just a little bit. I want to start with the scene, though, this morning. This was the sunrise over Salado Creek South Greenway. Just makes you say, there it is. Great morning for coffee and to enjoy that kind of sunrise. And we'll have a couple more of those coming up. Right now, 59. So we've warmed up from our low of 48 that we saw earlier this morning. 57 Canyon Lake right now, 58 in Seguin, 60 in Gonzales, 62 Divine, 57 right now Pleasanton. And we'll see a big swing in temperatures today. Dry air always does that for us. 48 this morning, but we end up at 75 this afternoon. And we'll see about a 27-degree temperature swing. We'll see those big swings in temperature today, tomorrow, and probably on Friday, too, before humidity changes everything and brings rain back into the picture on Saturday. We'll time that out for you, let you know when you can expect some of the rain and when it clears out. That's all coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, sir. Well, this weekend, hundreds of high school athletes will be showing off their skills at the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game Saturday at the Alamo Dome.
And joining us this morning is the president and CEO of San Antonio Sports, Jenny Carnes, to talk to us more about the game. Good morning, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. Happy New Year.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Well, first of all, what's going on at the Alamo Dome on Saturday?
A lot of great football. We have the best high school football seniors in the nation kicking off the All-American Bowl at noon, which will be featured on NBC. And then the local area game kicks off at 5 p.m. later that afternoon, featuring the top seniors in the area for the San Antonio Sports High School All-Star Game presented by HEB. So a lot of great football. The season's not over yet.
Jenny, why is this such a great opportunity for football fans?
Well, for our local and area seniors, this is a great opportunity for them to showcase their talents one more time in front of a lot of college coaches and scouts for an opportunity to go on and play at the next level. And for our fans and families to come out and just have great entertainment, very affordable for families to come watch, just some really talented kids.
Speaking of fans and family, how can they get tickets and how can they get to the game?
The best part about Saturday is one ticket gets you to both games. So it's a 2-for-1. You can do two things. You can come up here to the Alamo Dome box office. Tickets start at just $15 for reserve. Or even better, you can ride via from Crossroads Park and Ride. You can get a voucher for both games and the round trip for $2.60. So bring your whole family. I mean, you can't find a more affordable opportunity in San Antonio anywhere.
And Jenny, on a side note, I've heard there's some great backstories here. Some of the big players in football have played in some of these games in the past, have they not?
Yeah, we've seen some of our area seniors go on to play in the NFL. I mean, such as Josh Reynolds, Spencer Buford, Marcus Davenport, who, was a standout at UTSA. And of course, our local favorite right now, Frank Harris, he played in the game as well years back.
It's a marquee matchup for those kids and for the families, too. Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's going to be a good Saturday. I guess to avoid the traffic via would be the great way to go at this point.
Absolutely. Come join us at the Alamo Dome.
All right. Jenny Carnes from San Antonio Sports. Thank you. Happy New Year again.
Same to y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Right now, 9:38, 61 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9. And if your New Year's resolution is to cut back on drinking, we have some tips to keep you on track. That story after the break.
I'm told New Year's is a time for new resolutions and a new attitude.
For a lot of people, some of those resolutions include staying away from alcohol, which is why this month has gotten the name Dry January.
I've heard of that. ABC's Will Gans have some tips for staying alcohol-free this month.
If you're already struggling to stay dry this January, you're not alone.
I'm clean. I'm clean.
A recent survey says 23% of people will give up on their resolutions before the end of this week. So here are some tips to staying alcohol-free this month. Number 1, find an accountability buddy.
Connection and community is everything. So I think that it's very important that you tell someone you trust. Don't do it alone and by yourself.
And I'll have bottled water.
And you still can RSVP yes to the birthday parties and wedding invites that might come your way this month. But tip number 2, go in with a plan on what you'll drink.
Decide early. Decide before you get there. Don't show up and, make a decision off the cuff because you're going to feel awkward.
What are some of those benefits that people can expect if they take this month off of drinking?
Absolutely. Well, lots. What you can expect is a much more consistent nervous system.
Sayonara, anxiety. Maybe not an official diagnosis, but one the New York Times defines as the emotional plunge people feel after drinking that doesn't quite constitute a proper hangover. And if you're wondering what you should drink instead of your usual adult beveraginos, may we suggest...
What is this? Water. It's horrible.
Water. It's important. A recent study from the National Institutes of Health finding that underhydrated people see a 20% increase in the risk of premature death. In fact, the average woman should have 2.5 liters per day of water, and the average man should have 3.5 liters.
So if you are doing a dry January and want to explore more than just your typical glass of tap water, download the Better Without app on your phone. It'll show you restaurant and bar options in your area that offer non-alcoholic beers and mocktails. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
Well, okay, Will Gans.
Let's look out there with live cam. Beautiful day out there, 63 degrees, but gosh, earlier it was cold in some areas.
It was 30s and 40s. But, considering it's July, what month is it? Where am I? January.
Sorry.
We just talked about it. That's not so bad.
Yeah.
It's not so bad.
Have you heard of resolutions in July?
It's a new thing. Yeah, it's okay.
Resolutions never last.
You're forgiven,
It's
buddy.
early.
You're forgiven.
It's early.
Yeah.
Let's just look at the satellite picture. We've got some clouds coming through the hill country. These are all high clouds. Those are those thin clouds we dealt with yesterday. The sun still shines through, so it's just filtered sun usually when we get these clouds that move through South Texas. 59 degrees right now, 50 in Kerrville, 55 Fredericksburg, 53 right now in Hondo. You got clear skies as you go south, 60 in Pleasanton, 62 right now in Kennedy. Yeah, right around that 60-degree mark here in San Antonio. So these numbers are climbing fast, and we'll eventually make our way into the 70s. There's the scene outside over the airport. Up into the 60s for Stinson and Kelly, 62 at Randolph, and a light wind for most of us. The KSAT 12-hour forecast, 70 noontime, 72 by 1 p.m., 74 3 p.m., 75. That's our high temperature as we go into later this evening. Northwesterly winds anywhere from 5 to 15, I think. They may pick up a little bit. And then tonight, just like yesterday evening, those numbers fall off quickly. How about rain chances? Well, we don't have any today or tomorrow, but as we get into Saturday, we'll start to add some fog and drizzle develop, and then by Saturday night, that's our next best opportunity for rain. Right now, we have a 40% chance of rain in the forecast for that time period. Across the state, well, we're not seeing much as far as weather is concerned, but it is chilly up in Amarillo. 26 there, 41 Lubbock, 36 in Midland. That cold air is spreading across a large portion of the country behind our storm system, but there's still a lot of warmth and moisture out ahead of it. Raleigh 66, Washington, D.C. 58, so they're in line to get some rain as the storm system slowly makes its way east. We're on the backside of it where the dry air is, but you see the swirl right there. So snow around Minneapolis still. They've received quite a bit. And then there's going to be more severe weather out ahead of this with that line of storms across parts of Georgia and Florida this morning. You can see it very nicely here in water vapor. Spin right there. So that's the current storm system. Let me show you the next one that we're watching. And man, this is a big old storm system. Spin right there. This is one of those storms that's going to bring a lot of rain and wind to the west coast. And then eventually some of that energy makes its way into South Texas. You can see the rain right now, San Francisco, and then the really heavy snow in the mountains there in California. So that energy works its way east. And eventually we get a frontal boundary through. Now it's a Pacific front, so that means there's not going to be cold air with this. This just rain chances. Once it moves through, the temperatures really aren't affected that much. Morning fog and drizzle. This is Saturday, 7 o'clock. And then we see a chance of some showers and storms as the front comes through. And really that's Saturday night into Sunday morning. So overnight Saturday into Sunday morning is when our best chance of rain will be. And then I think things clear out pretty quickly on Sunday. We're back in the sun and drier air starts to filter in. So here's how it looks in the 7-day forecast. 75 Thursday, 76 Friday, 73 Saturday. I will warn you if you have plans early Saturday morning, it could be a little bit damp. And then we have that chance of rain Saturday night, Sunday. Breezy on Sunday, 68, 69 Monday. We're back in the 40s for lows and 70s for highs. So again, this front isn't terribly strong. And listen, if we had temperatures like this in July, we'd be really happy people.
I'd be excited about that.
I would too. We all would.
Awesome.
Let's will it.
Will it to happen.
To happen, or at least be close. Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah.
Let's head on over to David Sears. We'll look ahead at tonight's Spurs game.
The Spurs road trip in New York continues. They lost to the Nets the other night, so tonight it's the Knicks. Remember, the Spurs actually beat the Knicks back on December 30th last year, and they beat it 122 to 115. Keldon Johnson had like 30. They gave up. Julius Randle had like 41, but the Spurs were still able to pull that thing out. They've lost 4 in a row on the road, so they're trying to get that fixed, and they're 12 and 25 on the season. So after tonight, they come back home for a couple, but it is 6:30 tonight is the tip-off. Spurs and Knicks in the Big Apple, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
I like to play in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, quite the venue, I hear.
Well, the trick last time was the Force. It was Star Wars night.
That's right. So maybe Yoda will show up, or maybe
I hope so.
Darth Vader, somebody help them out tonight.
Yeah,
They need to get a win.
Yes, that would be nice.
Anything's got to be better than the beatdown in Brooklyn the other night.
Keldon and Devin and all those guys, everybody seems to be healthy, so we'll see.
Good.
Okay, good.
Go Spurs, go.
Yes,
All right.
go
Thank
Spurs,
you, Mr.
go.
Sears. 9:49, 63 degrees.
We'll be right back.
A New York Times bestselling self-help book with the title We Can't Say on Air has been turned into documentary.
CNN's Rick Damigella gives us a preview of it.
This is me, Mark Manson, and I wrote a book. It's about self-esteem.
Mark Manson's self-help book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Word We Can't Say on Television, is now a movie.
It'd be a hell of a lot easier if I could just hit you with 6 easy steps to life success.
The book has spent over 278 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list.
The inspiration for the book was basically, I was a little bit fed up with what I considered all the delusionally positive self-help material out in the world. So I wanted to write a self-help book that focused more on pain and struggles and negativity and being comfortable with that negativity, rather than just telling people to think positive all the time.
Happiness is great, but it's kind of blah. Because it's when you're happy, it means nothing needs to change.
I didn't realize how little I knew about filmmaking until I was actually on set talking to the director. Fortunately, I had done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of interviews prior. So I kind of just convinced myself that I was just doing a long piece of media publicity and just answering all the questions as if I was being interviewed for this interview or anything else.
And so I think it's important to learn how to sit with your negative emotions because it's like cross-training for your mind.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
And the documentary opens in select theaters beginning today, so check your local listings, and it will be available on digital on Tuesday.
One other cool note is that the author, Mark Manson's actually a Texas guy from up the road in Austin.
And let's look outside with TransGuide. I know earlier we had a vehicle fire. We had a little bit of a holdup in one of our cameras, but looking at this one, I-10 at the Y, things are moving right now.
Okay, we want to take you live down to the Bexar County Courthouse right now. The sentencing phase for former Bexar County Constable Michelle Barrientos Vela is going to be starting back up for closing arguments. They took, as we said, a brief recess a little while ago after both sides rested.
Barrientos Vela faces anywhere from 2 years probation to 10 years in prison. The judge is expected to issue her sentence late this morning or early afternoon. You can continue to follow our live stream of the case on KSAT.com as well as our KSAT YouTube channel or any way you stream. Dylan Collier has been following this case from the very beginning and will have updates for us throughout the day.
And we're in the mid-60s right now. We're going to make our way into the mid-70s this afternoon. Mostly sunny skies. Sunny tomorrow, 75. We start off at 43, though. It'll be a chilly start tomorrow, 76 Friday. We begin to deal with some patchy fog. More so, though, Saturday morning. Fog and drizzle and then a chance of showers and storms late. Clearing out for the second half of the weekend. So if you have weekend plans, keep the KSAT weather app handy. We'll update it as often as we can with the forecast and let you know how it's going to play out.
So it won't be a rain out Saturday, but that's probably our best chance all weekend?
Probably. It's going to at least be a damp start on Saturday with the drizzly stuff, and then there is that opportunity for some showers and storms late on Saturday, but it's not going to be an all-day rain event.
And Sunday looks pretty good.
Sunday's looking better.
Great.
Yeah, overall looks good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah.
Have a good day.